Hello, it's Caroline at For the Love of Crochet, and I have some goodies to share with you. I have some finished objects that I've been working on, as well as a couple of whips. Since I've been recovering from being ill for about 2 weeks now, I just got startitis. I got crochet-itis, where I was just starting many projects, getting inspired by so many YouTubers and being in the Christmas spirit and wanting to crochet something. So I made the cutest little snowman that I want to share with you. It was a fantastic, it's a fantastic pattern. Oh, it's just so adorable. Now I used a 4mm hook for this. I usually with a 4 weight would use a 3.75 or a 3.5, but I went ahead and decided to use what the pattern said, and so I went with the 4 weight and it came out perfect. I love the size of it, and I used the felt eyes because I still don't have great safety eyes, and what I've been using is to make the safety eyes work with the backs from the Amazon packs is I've been hot gluing the backs to the safety eye itself, and then I'll put another little glob of glue. But with that comes patience, and you have to wait for it to dry, and you have to turn on the glue. So it just takes a few more steps, and I wasn't in the mood to wait for a glue gun or come upstairs to get it ready. So I went ahead and just used the the felt eyes that I ordered, and these ones have little hearts in them, and it just came out perfectly. Now in the pattern, I thought, you know what, I'm going to use a thinner weight yarn to try and make these bulbs. It did not work out well, so whatever you do, use the same weight yarn for the snowman as well as the bulbs itself. So for all of this I used 4 weight yarns, and I just weaved in a yarn thread through the middle of the top of the black part there and tied it on. And I think it's cute because it has some movement. And then I just got some black buttons and glued those on. I'm very happy. And then he has his little Christmassy pom-pom mixed with red. And all of this is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just very pleased with this, and it stands really well too. But if you want to make it more sturdy, you may want to try and put some fabric at the bottom, but he stands just fine. Very cute. And then his hat comes off, so there he is. I should give him a cigar. That would be cool. So I'm really happy with this one. And then I have been feeling, you're going to get this, I might say this more than once, but I've been feeling very overwhelmed by my yarn stash. Not only with my scrap yarns, but just I've been donated so much yarn that when I was going to try and find yarn for certain projects, I can't find it. And even though they are organized to the best of my ability with the space that I have, I just wasn't able to find. So for these, I did not have plain colors, and I ended up finding some. But like I said, I had started out using a thinner weight yarn because I thought the bulbs should be thinner, like I needed it to be smaller. But you don't. They are perfect in all 4 weight, the whole pattern. So I did manage to find all of those colors. This one I had to unravel something to get a yellow. But I've just been feeling extremely overwhelmed with my yarn stash. And so I really want to just, in this month of December, maybe focus on getting rid of yarns that I can't use right away. Maybe doing an unhaul, and also which leads to this next project. My 5 skein challenge, I made this cute little pig in a blanket, and it was super cute. And I had some pink yarn, just a small pink yarn. I loved the yarn, but I didn't know what I was going to use it for, and I hate to just throw it away. So I tried to make the pig, and so I made a Christmas pig in a blanket. And I really think that these look like poinsettias from this angle. And so I made a Christmas pig. I still messed up on the ears. This yarn is very thick. I want to say it's a 5 weight. It's from one of the Bella Coco boxes. And this comes off if I untie this. And then I left this as his little tail, which is an end to one of the ears or something. But I really like it. He feels so soft. This yarn is so soft and thick. And so yeah, now I have 2 pigs in a blanket. This is a 5 weight and this is a 3 weight, I think, because it's that Shepshes Katona cotton. So there you go. I made a Christmas pig in a blanket. What do you think? You can get this pattern off Ravelry. And as always, I try to link everything down in the description box. But if I forget anything or you want to know any information, just leave me a comment. So this one is done with a 4mm G hook as well. This was a 5 weight yarn though. So I made that to get rid of some pink yarn, and it did the job. Okay, now for this next pattern. I was thrilled to make this one. It is such a cute bear pattern. I don't know if Craftibly Ever After has this one, but I made the cutest little bear, and unfortunately it didn't work out some of the things. Here it is. So his head is a little tilted. So when I attached it, he's kind of like got his head tilted a little, which is fine, super cute. And then here's his shirt. I love how he came out, and this was such a great pattern. Here's his little bunny bear bottom. I'll take this off. So here is the bear. He's just so cute. I loved working on this. Now, when my husband was looking at this, he said this could very easily go for a Winnie the Pooh bear. Make his shirt in yellow, or is it red? Red. Make his shirt red and give him the Pooh yellow lettering, and he could totally be the Winnie the Pooh bear. He is the perfect size. I love how he his belly pops out. He sits wonderfully on his shelf. There's his shaping of his head. Now, with this pattern, you start out with the front and then you work your way back. So this is the back of the head, and so you're attaching it to the side of his head. But it came out wonderful. I so love this little bear pattern. But what I didn't realize is he comes with a little hat. He's a Christmas, well, actually I take that back. So you can buy the bear pattern and then you can buy outfits for him. And I bought the Christmas outfit for him. And see, here's his hat where you could put his ears in. Did not know is that they use a much thinner yarn for the pattern. And so it fits, but I take that back. It does not fit. See how big that is? And so he's supposed to be a Christmas bear, but this was just too big. And I thought, well, maybe I didn't use a right hook. So I went down to, I think, a 3.25 hook, and I made this one with the 3.75 hook. And so I started to make his shirt, and I love these colors from the I Love This yarn, especially this this gold, this cream one that has this gold weaved throughout it. But again, I noticed it was just way too big than what the pattern is showing. It's supposed to be quite snug on him. And so I went to a 3.25 hook and it's still so big. So I decided to, I didn't stop and I kept going and well, let me try his pants. And I went down an even smaller hook. And yes, again, so you make this for his little tail to fit through. But again, it was just turning out way too big. And so I was disappointed that I didn't get to make his clothes, but the bear itself is such a great pattern. And I was able to make this in a day. It's that easy because it's not very many stitches here, And this yarn is the I Love This Yarn Crafter's Secret, I believe. It's that big ball that's for $10 at regular price, I think, or $10.99. And I just think it was the perfect nude color to make dolls because I'm making a doll as well. And so yeah, there we have it. My little bear, he is so cute. I love this pattern. It was so easy and so well written. The only thing that I did not do good was I didn't use the same color yarn. Again, I was being lazy and didn't want to come upstairs to try and find this yarn because you smush up. So when you're making this is kind of in a point, but you're supposed to use the yarn to like smush it. And so that's what gives it that little smushed effect. And I think it's really cute, but I wasn't able to hide this. I thought I was going to be able to hide it and I didn't. I thought it was close enough yarn, but it didn't. And I don't know that I did that all completely correctly, but it did get the effect that the pattern calls for. But he's super cute and could totally pass for a Winnie the Pooh. So this pattern, if you just, instead of making his shirt striped, make his shirt whatever color Winnie the Pooh is. I don't know. Is it yellow or red? One of them. And then the lettering is yellow, I think. So the shirt must be red. Okay, so I made those 3 things. Now on to the whips. I got requested to make another doll. Friends came over and they saw this doll in my room here and they wanted me to make one for their grandchild, and so I'm gonna give this one a go again. And I've already started. I've got the legs and the 2 arms. I haven't started the second leg yet, so this is what I have. This is what it's gonna be. But when I made this pattern originally, the head is very thin. I mean, the neck area is very thin because this pattern is made to put a dowel inside as a spine and to hold the head up, of course. But I didn't want to put a stick in there, and so I just left it off. And so she has a wobble head. Now, I did end up, someone else is purchasing this little girl, and I did let them know about her head, so they are still going to buy her. But I'm making this doll again, so we'll see how this one turns out. I will try to remedy either putting a dowel in there or finding another alternative. Now I have, as for other whips, I have kind of neglected my projects of blankets that were eating up some yarn, and I've mainly been focusing on Christmas, ugly Christmas sweaters and the collaborations that I've been doing with my other fellow YouTubers. And so this one behind me, I am calling it quits because I was going in a pattern for this one, and I'm finding that since I don't have these yarns, it keeps staying, you know, pushed to the side. And so I was going with this green, gray, yellow, purple, orange, green, gray, yellow, purple, orange, or some version of purples and oranges. and it's just holding me up. I have a ton of ends for changing color so often. So this is a great stitch though. I love the way that this, let me show you this side. I love the way that it has this cable look to it, and it's such a nice stitch. And it's just getting pushed to the side, and so I am just going to call it quits, weave in these ends, and either let my doggy use it, or maybe I'll drop it off to a kitty cat shelter, pet shelter, and let them have some warmth this winter. Okay, and then my other whip that I have going on is I decided to do another blanket, and I am doing the granny it's a granny zigzag granny ripple stitch. And this is what I've started so far. I started this last night, and I didn't want to try and go, I'm trying to learn my lesson and not have a pattern, but I kind of want to use up the balls as I have them rather than trying to spread it out. And so you do see some colors being repeated because I just want to use them up. I don't want to have to hold on to about 20 balls and then just do one row at a time. But I did want to change colors because I do like that effect rather than doing until it runs out. I don't like those big blocks. So I want to do this, and this is what I've started so far. And these are all, just some scrap yarns I have in my bin right there. And I just want to eat up some yarn. And I think I really need to do a haul of donating some of these because I have a ton of one skein yarns, especially in variegated yarns. I have a ton of those. And so if you have any ideas on what I could do with those to get rid of them quickly, I know I've made a basket like this before too. I don't think I want another bag, so I'm trying to figure out how to use a lot of this yarn quickly in this what's left of December. That is what I want to work on. Cleaning up some yarns so that I can find the yarns that I do need. Ooh, but you missed the All for Fall Christmas Crochet collab. Cassandra sent me a lovely Christmas gift, and like I said, it wouldn't have been Cassandra if she didn't send me some challenges. And so I'm going to open one of those envelopes right now, and I will try to do that by next week's podcast. So she sent me 3 envelopes, challenge 1, 2, 3. I'm going to open the first one, challenge 1, and it says choose one of the yarn packs. She sent me 3 yarn packs. So let's open it up. Oh, make an amigurumi based on a fairy tale, but give it a festive twist. You can choose any fairy tale. Okay, so she wants me to make a fairy with some festive Christmas spirit in her. And so she also inserted this one. The Frog King. Oh, how cute. Oh, this will be nice. It's quite a long story. Oh, that'll be sweet for my daughter. Okay, so she says, make an amigurumi based on a fairy tale, but give it a festive twist. Okay. Something already popped in my head from this already. So I think I'm going to use this one. This is the yarn pack I'm choosing. This yarn is so glorious and so unique. And I just love all these colors. It's got golds and blues, greens, yellows. It's so cool. And then it has its complementary pinkish and reds with a very hot pink as well, some glittery. So this is what I'm choosing, and I get to make something based off a fairy tale. So I shall see you again soon, hopefully sooner than later, but if not, you can see me every week. So I shall talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. I shall talk to you soon. Bye.